We speak to San Juan Mayor Francis Zamora. Mayor, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Ria, and to everyone watching CNN.
Yes, Mayor, can you take us through what happened in your last meeting with the Metro Manila mayors this week?
Well, bulk of the discussion really was with the DTI Secretary Mon Lopez regarding the opening of additional establishments, in spite of the fact that we may possibly still stay under GCQ. So I believe what is happening here is they're trying to expand the economy even further without having necessarily to touch on the existing quarantine status. And a lot of the discussion really was also, I was listening to Secretary Lago. Much of the discussion was about the curfews and also the discussion about allowable businesses. And if I may share about the curfew, I heard the portion of the interview of Secretary Lago. Some mayors were actually sharing their sentiments regarding keeping the existing 10 p.m. Curfew in their individual cities. For instance, in San Juan, I shifted the curfew from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. about 2 to 3 months ago. And some wanted to keep the existing curfew times, and some were open to extending up to 11 p.m. But personally, I shared to them that I would like to stick to 10 p.m. because even if our curfew is up to 10 p.m., what I noticed really here in San Juan is that business establishments still close early, even if they are allowed or have been allowed to open until 9 p.m. to give 1 hour for their employees to clean up and pack up and travel home. They still choose to close at 8 or sometimes even before 8. Mm-hmm. So that is the bulk of the discussion, really. The reopening of other establishments and the extension of curfew to allow for longer business hours.
All right, Mayor, of course, the big news yesterday was the record high number of new COVID-19 cases. Do you see a need to tighten quarantine rules given the record high numbers yesterday, or are you still for status quo?
Status quo for me, because if you tighten once again the quarantine rules, definitely not just the economy will be affected, but also the livelihood and the employment of our constituents. Remember, it's not just about the business. It's also about the people working in these businesses. Now, if you tighten them once again, if you go back, for instance, to MECQ or ECQ, then that means whatever meager income they are earning now will definitely become zero again. Like what I mentioned a while ago, even if we have allowed for the reopening of businesses in San Juan, there are still those who opt to remain closed or who opt to operate with shorter hours. So if we further change that, or if we go back once again to ECQ or MECQ, definitely this will have a huge impact on the income of our people and also in the income on of the businesses. Mm-hmm. Now, what we can really do is strengthen our health and safety protocols. So even if we are in GCQ, we can, for instance, we have passed an ordinance here in San Juan increasing the penalties for non-wearing of masks and also for the non-compliance to physical distancing and also to the non-reporting of positive cases. So first offense is now at 3,000 pesos. Second offense is at 5,000 pesos plus possibility of 3 months imprisonment. So what we are doing really is implementing stricter measures to ensure that people will follow. So it's really striking a balance between the economy and the health and safety of our people.
Yeah, certainly not a difficult balance to strike. We appreciate your time this morning, San Juan Mayor Francis Zamora.